In today's video, we're going to be covering a more classic force that's been used in... used to be a lot of effects, but primarily nowadays it's featured in just one effect, the classic Chicago Surprise card trick. But it is still a classic one, no less, that could be used very, very useful. So to go into it, I will mix up the cards. I'm going to mix them up like so. And I need you to tell me when to stop whenever you like. And I go, okay, tell them to stop as a goodbye. And they do so. And they say, stop here. You want to go a little bit further? They go, oh, okay, why not? Just a little bit more. Stop. And then I show them the card. They peek it. They learn it. They love it. Okay. Toss it back inside the pack. Like so. And it can be shuffled up. And you can rest assured that that 4 clubs is in your knowledge and under your control whenever you want to produce it. And it's just a simple classic force that I really, really like. And there'll be more. I'm covering the ones that are really, really clever in their way of ingenuity. But this is just a easy classic one to be able to do using the knowledge of learning how to do the Hindu shuffle rather than the Yu-Gi-Oh style variation Hindu shuffle to be able to do it, which I covered in a previous video. You can look up Evolving Magic Hindu Shuffle. So to begin, we have the card in thumb, 4 fingers, 3 fingers on the sides. And like I would cover with the Hindu Shuffle, how to do it. We want to have our fingers above with the middle finger and thumb, wrist above, like so. And then the other fingers are just coalescing. Okay? And then we just pull off, as I covered in the previous video, like so. And that's if you want to do a normal Hindu style shuffle. Okay? Let me actually use the card we're going to force in a bit. So I'll leave it right here, Ace of Hearts. So if you want to do it, again, I'm trying to keep people away from this one because it's arthritic. You have to move it creates some carpal. I notice it anyways. I just can't encourage it. So that's how you want to do it when you're doing the shuffle. Okay? The variation we're going to use, the slight variation to the shuffle itself, the methods of conducting it, are for the force, and it's very, very useful. Or if you want to retain some bottom stock with the cards, or if you're face up and you want to retain the top stock, you can do this shuffle. Okay, same way. So we pull out, instead of from the bottom, we pull out from the middle of the deck some cards, making sure you're mindful of the bottom stock. Okay, pull out the cards, and then you can do this shuffle the same way. Thumb and middle finger, pull off some cards, thumb and middle finger, pull off some, and you shuffle like this. Thumb and middle finger holding the cards like so. Okay, then this is while you give the instructions when you're pulling out the middle of the cards. You say, I'm going to go across the cards like this. You just tell me when to stop, okay? Pause. They go, okay. Drop the cards on top, okay? And you've retained your bottom stock in this case. So, again, I'm going to go across cards. You tell me when to stop whenever you like, okay? And they go, okay? Okay. And you can do a little dribble just for confirmation. I don't know. It just looks cool. Dribble. Okay. Now they're ready. Now we use the middle finger and thumb. Now we pull out the bottom stock. And they tell me when to stop whenever they want. And they say stop. And I can show the card. You could do that method. But because I realize now that because it's the bottom card, we won't change anything. They'll notice it. So it's better just to stop. And then you show the card immediately. You can look away. It's encouraged you look away. They peek it. They learn it. They love it. And you just toss it on top. Unless you need it for selection or putting it back in a specific spot, then you can use your middle finger and thumb. Take 4 finger right here, so not making sure it's not like you're flipping a bird on accident. You take the card, then you can hand it off to them, and then place it back whatever position you need it be. But for the most part, it just tell them to stop. They say stop. You show it, okay, and then just slap it back on top. And assuming you don't need the card again, if you do, pinky break it, and then you can control it. If you need to control it to the top, use the Marlowe method, which is to push out the card using your ring finger, 3rd finger, and then pull down, and now you've got a break under it, so you can control it to the top. Cool. Very fun. So, I mean, I used to see this kind of force around a lot more, but now there's a tendency to only use it as a frustration count. Like or for smaller packets, it's known as a frustration count. You know, where they go this, or for color changes, they would do a swing cut kind of thing. Boom. Tell them to stop whenever you like. You get a peek of that card. I guess that's another force. That's a bonus. But the most common way I've ever seen it is just for the Chicago Surprise, Red Hot Mama, whatever you want to name it. There's goes by 1,000 names. Frank Everhart's favorite trick. They tell everyone stop, and you show it for the second part of the card trick where the card jumps from the pack to the card over there, and no one even checks the deck because it's color changed. It's just great effect. So, you know, Chicago Surprise, this is part of it. Part of the essential thing you need to learn. I should probably cover that trick. That's a great classic trick I keep on forgetting about. Interesting idea. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the Hindu shuffle force that is used to be a staple. You can still use it as a classic force. It's still usable. Gets right by the audiences. And yeah, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Wish you a wonderful day.